Libra, hi. Welcome back to Cardinal Fire Tarot and to your September tarot reading. If you haven't already, make sure to follow me over on Instagram at Cardinal Fire Tarot. I post daily over there with quotes and lunch break readings and stuff like that. And then also, Cardinal Fire Tarot now has its own website, cardinalfiretarot.com. So, if you are interested in booking a private reading with me, make sure to go check it out. And let's go ahead and get started. I love them. This is the Baby Tarot deck. If you haven't already checked them out and you're interested, you can find them over on Instagram. But they're slick. They want to just slide right out of my hand. Let's see what we got. Libra, it looks like you are opening your heart space back up in the month of September, but in a more controlled and I don't know what I'm trying to say, but using more logic, I guess, and not just letting everybody have access to your energy. So the overall energy for the reading is the Five of Pentacles. That's like the card of being left out in the cold. And so I'm taking that as like you have either gone through a breakup or there's a friendship that has ended or some sort of ending that left you, I don't want to say bitter, but I'm going to say bitter because I can't come up with a better word. But it's got you a little defensive, for sure. And then in the recent past, we have the Ten of Swords. So that's where the pain from this past relationship really was at its height, was there in the past. And then in the current energy, we have the Six of Pentacles. So that's you starting to open up again and starting to give your energy to people, places, things, whatever. In the past here with the Ten of Swords, you were just completely shut down, right? But now you're starting to allow things to come in. And then in the near future, we have the Knight of Cups. So that's you opening your heart space. You know, maybe right now you're not completely like opening your heart space, but you're willing to give your time, or you're willing to, you know, like hang out with somebody, but you're going to keep them at arm's length, you know? And then in the future is when you finally start to heal and mend that heart wound that's happening. Then in the energy that is surrounding you, you have the Eight of Cups. So that's like moving on from this past pain into whatever the future is. Like, look at this little baby. I hope you can see it in the spaceship. He's taking off. He doesn't really know what's out there, but he's willing. He's gonna try. He's gonna see. And then in your challenge, you have the moon. So I'm taking this as like your emotions that you're not really addressing. Your past pain and your past hurt and the reason that you shut down and you turned off your heart. Have you really addressed all that? Or are you just shoving it down and sweeping it under the rug? But then in your strength, you have the Ace of Swords. So this is where I was saying with the logic and with the reasoning coming in and using your knowledge and what you know, what you've learned from the past, what you see in the future, you're combining the two together and making educated decisions. Like, is this worth investing my energy into? Does this person have my best interest in mind? You know, things like that. So let's go ahead and get some clarifiers out. So we're going to start by clarifying the Five of Pentacles and the overall energy. Alright, so we have the Five of Swords, the Sun, and the Chariot. It's like the energy of you're not going to let the pain from the past hold you back. You are determined to step back into the light and to take risks and to put yourself out there, because that's the only way that you're going to receive rewards worth receiving, right? You can't stay holed up in your house and expect, you know, the world to be delivered to you at your doorstep. It's not really how it works. But this is beautiful energy, because even though you've got your apprehensiveness, and understandably so, you still got that Sun with the Chariot. Like, you are still going for it, and you know that you deserve that happiness. All right, let's clarify the Ten of Swords in the recent past. All right, clarifying the Ten of Swords, we have the Two of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Fool. Yeah, see this, whatever relationship or situation or whatever it was in the past that caused you so much pain, you blindly went into that. Like, okay, Two of Wands. This is the card of not knowing what's ahead, right? Queen of Wands. While this is a very passionate and vibrant energy, it also can be a little, you know what I mean? And then the Fool. I mean, dude's literally walking off the cliff, not paying any attention. He's about to fall. So, they could be seen as good energies, like especially, I mean, really all of them. Two of Wands, Queen of Wands, the Fool. Like, all of those have their light side, but then they also have their shadow side, which is the lack of thinking, the lack of logic and reasoning going into these decisions. You just jumped in head first, and you got hurt, which really sucks, but what a beautiful learning opportunity, right? Because you are growing from this. You're not just letting that, like, hold you back, you know? You took that lesson, learned, grew, and now you're coming in better than you were before. All right, let's clarify that Six of Pentacles in the current energy. All right, so clarifying the Six of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords and the Emperor. It's very interesting because the duality between the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Like the Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight in the deck. That is slow, steady, cautious energy. And then Knight of Swords is balls to the wall, we're just going for it. And so, I think you're trying to slow down. You're trying to not get ahead of yourself and jump into things. And you're trying to put on this face of not one to be messed with, you know? Like, you're not really putting your heart on your sleeve. You're not wearing your vulnerability for everybody to see. But there's still that little part of you, that fool in you that's just like, oh, but I want it. I don't know if it's a person, I don't know if it's an opportunity, a situation, I don't know. But you want it, and you want to go. And so it's almost like this tug of war that's happening within you right now. But you're letting your mind have part of the control, and that is beautiful. Which is interesting, Libra, because you're an air sign, so usually that is your strength, is your logic and reasoning and, you know, thinking abilities. And so to see you with such a passionate wand energy, like, that's really interesting, because it's not your usual go-to. All right, let's clarify that Knight of Cups in the near future. All right, so clarifying the Knight of Cups, we have the Lovers, the Page of Wands, and the Two of Swords. I think for most of you, this is a new relationship coming in. Doesn't have to be, but for a lot of you, I believe it is. And there is a naiveness in this energy, but not in a bad way, not in a derogatory way at all. It's more like it's new, it's fresh. You don't know if this is the one or not. You don't know where this is going. And so all you can do is lead with your heart and, you know, follow where your passion leads you. And it may be right, it may not be right. You know, just because a certain person, situation, chapter of your life isn't there for the long run, doesn't mean it doesn't serve its purpose, right? Even this shitty one from the past that caused you all that pain and heartache, I was there to teach you a lesson, you know? And now this person, like, you don't know if this is your forever, but looks pretty good for the now, right? So you might as well try it, see what happens. All right, let's clarify that Eight of Cups and the energy that's surrounding you. So clarifying the Eight of Cups, we have the Ace of Wands, Judgment, and the Three of Cups. You know that this is on a different level than this is. You know this is healthier. This is more aligned with who you are and your vibrational energy that you put out into the world. You know that intuitively. And so again, it's like, whether it lasts forever and it's, you know, happily ever after, who gives a shit? Happily ever after is not your current concern. Don't worry about happily ever after. Worry about right now, in this moment, is this right for you? And it looks like it is. There's a lot of joy and a lot of, positive energy coming through. There's a lot of unsure energy coming through as well. All right, let's clarify that moon in your challenge. All right, so clarifying the moon, we have the Four of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, you're just la 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 la, I can hear you. Which is where a lot of this unsure energy is most likely coming from. Like, if you're not willing to address this back here, Five of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. So this is alluding to the overall energy, to this hurt and this pain and this feeling of abandonment that you're going through. So if you're not willing to address that and address what makes you happy and what makes you feel like home and what it is that you don't want in a relationship, if you can't address these, then how do you know what you do want? So maybe, just a suggestion, do some journaling, take some time to reflect without exterior distractions. And maybe, talk to somebody, whether that's a spiritual, life coach or a therapist or even just a friend or a family member. Like, talk that through. Write it out. Don't let it just live in your head and, keep brushing it back. That's not how it works. It won't just disappear. All right, let's clarify that Ace of Swords in your strength. All right, so clarifying the Ace of Swords, we have the Nine of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. Despite the fact that you have a lot of anxiety and a lot of ruminating and a lot of stress and worry going on, despite that, you're still willing to build connections and to work on it with this newfound logic. So, that's what I have for you, Libra. If you resonate with the video, please, please, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content. And then let me know down below in the comments. Thank you.